So we're taking a look at all of our factoring that we've done in the last couple weeks. So let's find, so I'm going to do problems 1 through 10. Actually, I'll probably do 1 through 7 and then do them by sections after that. So this is 1 through 7. Question 1, find the greatest common factor of 48 and 72. So there are a couple ways to do this. The easiest way is just to start dividing out what you know goes into them, right? So we have 48, and we also have 72. And what goes into both of these? Well, let's start simple. 4. We know 4 goes into both of them. So I'm going to write the 4 here and divide both of these by 4. So 48 divided by 4 is 12. 72 divided by 4, well, 4 goes into 7 once with 3 remaining. 32 divided by 4 is 8. All right, so is there a number that goes into both of these? And again, 2 will. So I divide them by 2 and I get 6 and 9, and then I notice that 3 goes into both of them. Obviously I'm taking the scenic route here. And so when I divide by 3, I get 2 and 3. And so what numbers went into both of my columns here? Well, these did. So, and I was dividing these numbers out, so if I multiply them together, I should get the greatest common factor. Bless you. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. So we know that 24, let's try to make it look like something that's actually a number. 24 is the greatest common monomial. Now, if I look at the next problem, I again have my 48 and my 72. So I know that 24 goes into both of them. And then I have a to the 4th and a to the 5th. Well, a to the 4th is smaller than a to the 5th. Well, it has less a's. And so a to the 4th is going to go into both of them. Looking at my b's, the lowest degree of b is going to be b to the 1st. And so there's my greatest common monomial. Number 3. Simplify. So, oh man, it's the rules of exponents again. So simplifying, I can't solve it because there's no equal sign. But to simplify it means I need to get it into simplest form. So I'm going to write out the problem as it is written. So I have negative 4x squared y, and that's all to the 3rd. And that is divided by 8x y squared, and that whole thing is squared. And so I have exponents and a division problem. Order of operations tell me I have to do my exponents first. So let's do that. So I have negative 4 to the 3rd. Well, negative 4 to the 3rd is negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Positive 16 times negative 4 is going to be negative 64. X squared to the 3rd, this is when I multiply the exponents. So I'm going to get x to the 6th. Y to the 1st to the 3rd is going to be y to the 3rd because I multiply the exponents. And that's all going to be divided by 8 squared, which is 64. That's convenient. X squared, because 1 times 2 is 2. Again, because we have the exponent right next to the parenthesis, we know we're multiplying the exponents. Y squared is going to be y to the 4th. So now I'm able to divide these two monomials because I have dealt with my exponents first. So, well, negative 64 divided by negative 64, that cancels out, but I still have that negative because the negative divided by positive is a negative. I have x to the 6th divided by x squared. I have 4 more x's in the numerator. So I have negative x to the 4th because I essentially just subtracted those. And I have more y's in the denominator because 4 is bigger than 3. And so I have 1 more y in the denominator than I do in the numerator. So 4 minus 3 is 1. And so I'm just left with negative x to the 4th divided by y. Number 4. Number 4, we are dividing out the monomial. So I'm going to write out the problem. And You'll notice I'm going to write it a little bit differently than is shown in the paper. Plus 3ab. And I'm dividing everything by 3ab. And why everything? Because that's what it says, that everything is getting divided by my 3ab. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. A to the third divided by a is a squared, because I have 1a will cancel out here. B squared divided by b, I have 2 b's in the numerator, 1 in the denominator, so one of them cancels out. 15 divided by 3 is 5. A squared divided by a is a. B divided by b is just 1. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. A divided by a is 1. B divided by b is 1. So this is my final simplification. So I lied. Instead of doing all the way to 7, I'm going to break it up into sections, so I'm going to stop at 1 through 4.